Wikiprocedure.com welcomes you for another session on how to apply for a certificate of origin in Tamil Nadu. The link provided below here will help you in reaching our site wikiprocedure.com and the respective page Tamil Nadu certificate of origin. Here we have provided procedure, required documents, office address and communication, eligibility, fees, validity, sample documents and other important instructions which should be helpful for an applicant to complete the procedure with ease. Today in this presentation we are going to introduce you to few of the websites which are useful for completing the procedure, and all are provided as link in our wikiprocedure.com respective pages for your convenience. List of items covered in this session: need for certificate of origin, documents required, how to apply, eligibility, validity, online resources, fees, processing time, offices and contacts and other information. Need for certificate of origin. Certificate of origin is a certificate issued on a product manufactured in a country for export to another country. This certificate of origin is important in view of economical conditions and the laws which are preventing a country from importing from materials from another country. So the need of certificate of origin is to make sure the product which is manufactured from a country is known to the importer of another country. A certificate of origin is a document used in international trade in a printed form or as an electronic document. It is completed by the exporter of a product and certified by a recognized issuing body of a country, attesting that the goods in a particular export of shipment have been produced, manufactured or processed in a particular country. A certificate of origin is also called as Form A. The certificate of origin is an important international trade document attesting that goods in a particular export shipment are only obtained, produced, manufactured or processed in a particular country. Certificate of origins also constitute a declaration by the exporter. Virtually every country in the world considers the origin of imported goods when determining what duty will be assessed on the goods, or in some cases whether the goods may be legally imported at all. So some countries will have leverage for another country to import their goods in order to improve the financial stability of that country. So this helps in identifying how much they have to pay or whether as extra leverage for them. Two major types of COs. The main type is issued by chambers or non-preferential COs. Therefore, ordinary COs which certify that the country of origin of a particular product does not qualify for any preferential treatment. It is not for any other benefits. You can directly pay whatever the amount it has to be paid. Preferential COs refers to COs which enable product to enjoy tariff reduction or exemption when they are exported to countries extending these privileges. So there are some items which will be listed as under their privilege list. Example: Commonwealth preference certificate of origin may need to be comply with the letter of credit, foreign customs requirements or a buyer's request. In most countries, Chamber of Commerce are the key agent in delivery of certificate of origin. However, in some countries, this privilege may be extended to other bodies such as ministries or custom authorities. Documents require a covering letter on original letterhead of the company addressed to the Director General, Indian Chamber of Commerce for issue of certificate of origin. In case of a submission by authorized signatory, attested copy of the authorization letter must be attached provided by the group. Completed certificate of origin form on additional copy for records has to be submitted. Blank certificate of origin form must be purchased from ICC at a cost of 70% of 50 PC, along with the invoice, packing list, letter of credit or purchase order or email order, whichever is relevant for this production. All the documents must be stamped and signed by the exporting manufacturing applicant. Documents required in case of goods which have been imported prior to being exported to another country. For example, when product from Ceylon or Sri Lanka imported to India, processed and then exported to Singapore, relevant clearance certificate from Customs Department must be submitted for the product received from Sri Lanka to show that the goods entered the country legally after payment of all necessary tax and duties. So the exporter must submit an additional set of documents for ICC records with each application for certificate of origin. Attestation of documents including agency agreement, power of attorney and other certificates are also needed. A covering letter to FIEO for issue of certificate of origin certification origin or certification of copies of invoices, packing list, etc. The letter should also indicate that the information furnished in the relevant document is true and correct from the exporter. Indemnity bond, 9 copies of the certificate of origin duly completed along with 1 copy of the invoice for FIEO records for future reference. Having following declaration in the submitted form, we hereby declare that the goods mentioned in this invoice are of Indian origin and manufacture. How to apply permanent registration? Exporters are required to submit indemnity bond of rupees 200 non-judicial stamp paper issued by the Government of India. A specimen of indemnity bond, example Exhibit 2, is available with the department in charge. After submitting this indemnity bond, IMC will register the company and issue permanent IMC code number. This permanent IMC code number is useful for future transaction with IMC. After registration of the company, exporter will have to collect stationery of certificate of origin and submit it along with the commercial invoice, packing list and shipment proof. Therefore, bill of lading, airway bill, lorry receipt, etc., which has to be submitted for chamber's record. Eligibility: goods should be of Indian origin and manufacture, then they are eligible for applying for the certificate of origin. Validity: this certificate is applied for the consignment produced against the purchase order from the imported. So once this is manufactured and exported, the validity ends for the goods produced. Online resources: the following links are provided here will help the applicant to do the procedure. So I will show you one by one. So this is the goods consignment performa from exporter's business name and everything is applied here. This is the procedure to issue the certificate and the amount involved. Also the website which will be useful here, I am showing you. The certificate of origin, Indian Chamber of Commerce has provided all the related information for you to get this certificate, and also the list of agencies or authorities to issue certificate of origin non-preferential are given here from the region wise list. You can pick your particular agency and get the process done. All the information provided here with this help of these website are useful to completing the process. So we have provided this website as link in convenient places as link for you to save time. Fees: certification of origin 5 copies, members annual subscriber or indemnity bond holder 80 INR, non-members indemnity bond holder 100 INR, certificate of origin 8 copies for members 100, for non-members 200, certificate of invoice 8 copies for members 50, for non-members 100, and additional copies up to 8 copies for members rupees 50, for non-members rupees 100, correction charges per copy for members 10, for non-members rupees 20, certification of any other documents like parking list etc. on per document basis for members rupees 10, for non-members rupees 50, performa for certificate of origin for 50 sheets for members rupees 50, for non-members rupees 50. Processing time: documents received by 4 p.m. will be processed on the same day. Offices and contacts: the Madras Chamber of Commerce and Industry MCCI, Korumuthu Center, first floor, Anasale, and the Indian Chamber website as we shown already will be helpful for getting the office details and contacts. Other information: under the regulation of imports and exports regulations, there is a penalty for making a false declaration in respect of any certificate of origin, permit and or certification by the exporter. Thank you once again for visiting wikiprocedure.com to know how to apply for certificate of origin in Tamil Nadu.